Hello Dark Souls, welcome to Whisper Dark the place where we don't just tell stories, we awaken the shadows that dwell within them. Tonight we step into a story that isn't just frightening, it's an emotional journey, a tale of curiosity, pain, and courage. It's the story of a girl who, by chasing a buried truth, put everything on the line. Emma, a 17-year-old girl, moved with her parents from the busy chaos of New York to the old, quiet shadows of Georgetown, Washington, D.C. The new house looked beautiful at first, but there was something deeply unsettling about it. Stone walls that felt too cold, windows so dusty they blocked the sunlight, and a silence that wasn't peaceful, it was waiting. Every wall, every window, every shadow seemed to whisper, as if the house itself had been holding its breath for someone to return. Emma was curious by nature, always looking for what lies behind closed doors, but she had no idea that the secret she was about to uncover was not just a tale, it was a corridor to death itself. On her very first night, Emma had a dream, but it wasn't just a dream, it was a warning. A girl, her face blurry, her dress soaked in blood, and eyes glowing red with grief, anger, and longing whispered, "Emma, help me, the truth is buried." That voice was like ice sliding down Emma's spine. She jolted awake, her breath shallow, heart racing, and the room suddenly felt cold and damp, the kind of cold that shouldn't exist in a sealed room. The next morning, with her heart pounding, and questions storming her mind, Emma walked through the narrow, stone-paved streets of Georgetown. That's when she saw it, the very house from her dream. Rusted locks, broken windows, and a darkness behind the glass that felt alive. It was as if the house had recognized her. With her fear and curiosity locked in a battle inside her, Emma went to the local library, a place where secrets sometimes hide in plain sight. There she met an old, strange librarian named Mr. Henry, a man who seemed to carry decades of stories in his tired eyes. He looked at her, almost knowingly, and said, "Eliza, she was the daughter of a powerful politician, murdered in that very house on a cold night in 1850. No one ever found the killer, but they say her spirit still roams there, eyes red as blood, burning with anger, searching for justice, or maybe revenge." Emma felt a chill crawl down her arms, but she wasn't the type to back away. That night, while the city slept under a blanket of silence and moonlight spilled across the cobblestones, Emma took her flashlight, her phone, and whatever courage she had, and walked back to that house. The moment she opened the door, a gust of freezing wind slammed into her face, as if the house itself wanted to keep her out. Inside, every breath echoed, and every creak beneath her feet felt like the house groaning from its own haunted past. As she climbed the staircase, whispers floated down from above, soft yet sharp. "Emma, come here." Then, in an upstairs room, in front of a cracked, dust-covered mirror, Eliza appeared. Her pale face, her wild hair, her blood-red eyes. "They killed me," she screamed. "The people of the capital. They wanted me silenced." Emma's hands trembled, but she didn't run. She asked, her voice breaking, "What truth?" Eliza spoke of a political conspiracy, names, power, secrets buried deep in the halls of Capitol Hill. Eliza had discovered something she wasn't meant to, and for that, she had been silenced forever. Emma dove into research, archives, newspaper clippings, government records. She followed the trail. The closer she got to the truth, the more the darkness closed in. Objects in her room began to fall by themselves. Red handprints began to appear on the walls. And, one night, as she lay asleep, a chilling breath touched her face. She opened her eyes, and Eliza was right there. "You're not helping me," she snarled. "If you don't uncover the truth, I will take you with me." Emma rushed back to Mr. Henry, who now looked genuinely frightened. "Eliza is no longer just seeking justice," he warned. "Her soul is turning. She wants a body now. She wants yours." Shaken but determined, Emma reached out to a local priest who was said to specialize in spiritual cleansing. Together, they returned to the haunted house. Candles were lit, symbols drawn, sacred words whispered into the cold. As the ritual began, the house began to scream. Windows shattered, walls shook, and Eliza appeared again, no longer whispering, but roaring. "Take my place," she shrieked, lunging at Emma. But Emma, with every ounce of her strength, threw the talisman into Eliza's shadow. A final piercing scream echoed through the room, and then silence. Eliza was gone, or so it seemed. Emma returned home, but peace did not follow. Every night, as she passed by her mirror, she felt its eyes watching her. Sometimes, whispers would drift through the walls. "Emma, the red marks, they came back." Maybe the story was over. Or maybe, now the story lives within Emma. Dark Souls, what do you think? Is Eliza truly gone? Or is her spirit still searching the darkness for the truth, or a new host? Join us next time on Whisper Dark for another tale from the shadows. Until then, remember, not every reflection is just a reflection. Sometimes, it stares back.